Okay. I guess I'm going to talk because I'm trying to do these vlogs more often. It's me and the flan. So she's hanging out, laying on top of me, so it makes it a little hard to type anyway. So I was on the phone the whole time the Obama commercial was on, and then I just watched it on YouTube. Frankly, I didn't need to hear any of that stuff because I already believe in him and I'm excited to have him as my new president. And yeah, I didn't really, there was nothing in that I was shocked by or that was new to me, but I think it was presented in a way that was accessible. It's funny. People were like, "Oh, is this going to be like a Ross Perot thing?" The thing is, I don't know if you watched it, but if you just look at it, the technology and the ideas and the ways of doing stuff like that. Ross Perot would go live. He would draw these hand done charts. Doesn't necessarily inspire a lot of confidence. This was a well produced, beautiful, coherent movie that went from point to point to point. Which is how I feel he is. I mean, I don't like to, well, I don't want to say I don't like to. In my heart of hearts, I don't want to be ageist. I don't want to say that the reason John McCain isn't going to be a good president is because he's old. There are many other reasons why he's not going to be a good president or would be a good president. But I have to say that his age is concerning to me. He he's he does not look like a vital man. And there are people who are older, like I'm not sure how old like Anthony Hopkins is, for instance, but he looks vital. He looks alive and healthy and engaged in his life. John McCain does not look like that to me. He looks sort of creepy and sort of weird. And I don't know. It's just a vibe. It's a vibe thing on that. You know what I mean? And it's not like, oh, I base my president choice on how someone looks. That's not it. I'm saying, though, I want someone vital and healthy and excited and ready to work, not just to implement the same old, I mean, the other thing that disappoints me, I'm not awfully sad about it because I am a Barack Obama fan, but what I knew of John McCain over the last 6, 8 years, I always was like, oh, wow, that's cool. Like, he's a Republican who works across party lines. McCain Feingold, like, I always respected that. That was something that really, bye, Flam, something that really made me like him. And I don't, there's the jokes, John McCain of 2000 versus the John McCain of 2008. But hey, there's something to that. It saddens me because I think he's sold his true values and his true beliefs to get something, which is the presidency of the United States. And unfortunately, not only do I not think that's a great thing to do, but I understand how people can fall for that. I don't think it's helped. I don't think it's helped. I don't think it's worked. I think it's hurt him. Try not to move this so much. And then, across party lines. That's the thing I hear over and over and over from older statesmen, senators, that back in the day, how are things different? Back in the day, the people worked with one another. They were cordial to one another. In fact, they were more than cordial. They were friendly, and they were friends, and they worked together to do what they believed was the best thing for the country. And now it just seems so, well, I mean, it's so bipartisan, and I'm just dealing with what we have, I think it's bad that we don't allow or have an independent candidate, to debate with the other candidates. I'm sad that it seems like, yeah, they wouldn't stand a chance in hell. Probably Ross Perot was one of the most viable third-party candidates. When was that, And he wasn't even really that viable. But people voted for him, and we're talking about voting for him, and we're interested in his message. You know, as much as I love Ralph Nader, Dennis Kucinich, I like these guys. They share my values. But they don't seem to be winnable candidates. I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm terrified. We've had 2 elections that have not gone as me, liberals, Democrats, people who want a certain outcome, thought they would go. Certainly not 2000. So I'm cautiously optimistic. I don't know if I'm going to go to the rally in Grant Park. I got a ticket. I haven't gotten my email saying that, you know, here's the printed ticket or anything. Part of me wants to go and be a part of it and be excited and be just completely taken with the historical moment of it all. Part of me is scared to death that there's going to be a mob. It's going to be crazy. They're going to riot. It's going to be insane. So, yeah, more than likely I'll probably go and see what I can see or stand where I can stand or do something that I feel is, you know, safe enough for me. So, I don't know. I guess that's all I really have, but I just wanted to say that. And actually, I have not seen his closing argument speech, so I want to get that on tap and watch that too. So maybe I'll have more to say after that. Okay, thanks a lot.